I should be back. Should. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I'm still literally turning stuff on. So, I don't know. I don't know what you can see or what you can't see. TX tabs. We sold 1,000 sets of TX tabs. Oh no, the cameras have gone immediately again. Okay, so this is not. I think this must be a capture card issue. Like, as some people keep saying, it must be a capture card issue. For God's sake, man! Like, this is so frustrating. Right. Okay. I'm gonna look up best capture card. I'm gonna order one now. Best capture card. Okay, if anyone has any recommendations for a good capture card, it needs to have at least 2 HDMI inputs. Let me know. This is so frustrating. Like, this is so frustrating. Ava Media Live seems to be one that's available. Anyone got any experience with those? It looks to be the only one that even does what I need it to do. Magewell should be there as well. Oh, really? Like, I'm just looking at the Magewell capture card. Okay, the Magewells are really expensive for the internal ones. Like, with 2 HDMI ports, the Magewell ones. Pro Capture Dual HDMI. Magewell Pro Capture Dual HDMI. £415. Supposed to be a 4K input. Okay, that might be good. There's also the Ava Medium, which is about half the cost and has 2 HDMI inputs and an input pass-through as well. That only does dual 1080p, which is fine because that's always streaming. So, decisions. Black Magic is another option, not cheap though. It just needs to be reliable. Like this particular card's lasted for 2 years, 3 years now. It's been quite a while that it's lasted. So, yeah, I think it's fine. Normally, it's just whatever the issue is now. I don't know, but it keeps dropping out and losing stuff. Like, it can't be a loose connection because the PC doesn't get moved or touched. I'm sure it's not a loose connection. Like, it just seems to be the card itself. I wonder if we have like some software that I can check for it actually. For God's sake, this is really frustrating me. Let's have a look. Elgato, what do we have? 4K capture utility, that might be what we need to look at. Do we need to drop it down? Oh no, so we're getting in 1080p, 60 frames a second. Okay, let's have a look at the settings. Video encoder, let's use. Disable flashback recording, see if that helps. I don't know what that does, but yeah, I don't know what the issue is. It's like is this a common issue? Elgato dropping connection. Is that what I should Google? Is this like a known thing? I mean, everything looks fine from the setup. Okay, I don't think there's anything else I can do here. I'm just gonna have to hope it works. No, we've not had this before. We've had the cameras have individual issues on really hot days in the past, but we've never had this issue before. Yeah, I think maybe a firmware update. There isn't a firmware update available for it. I've just checked that. I think I'm gonna try pick up one of the Ava Media ones or this Magewell one. Like, I'll just have a look. If you guys tell me that the Magewell is better, then I'll just pick up one of those. There is one that does quad HDMI, but I don't need quad HDMI. I only need dual HDMI. That's all I need. I prefer an internal card as well, but does look like there's an external one. Yeah, I think we'll buy one of the major ones. I think I'll order it after the stream today. It seems to be okay a little bit now. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Right, let's just crack on with the build. Let's put these stabilizers in. So we've lubed them. We're now just going to put them in. Now these are clip-in stabilizers, so we're just going to clip these into the PCB where we need them. You should have a backup webcam for streaming. We do have some backup cameras I could plug in actually if I need to. But they're just webcams, they're not anything special, so we don't tend to use them. Okay, this PCB is really tight, so hopefully, there we go. Just a little bit of force from a screwdriver and get these clipped in. Like the Logitech Stream Cam. We have, so what we actually have is we have a Brio that we use for web meetings and stuff. We do have that. That is in the workshop actually, so I could get that if needed. But given how badly the PC seems to be handling stuff at the minute, then we'll have a look. I do have an iPhone, so we can always do that. I do have an iPad here as well. I think we have 2 iPads here as well, so we can always use those. We have options for the cameras, but I just like to use the high def ones because it's just nicer, right? Okay, stabilizers installed. There we go. So here we go. This is the PCB. We know it works. We've got all of our stabilizers installed. Next job, Blackmagic at top of the line, or renowned for video products. Right, okay. Well, we'll bear that in mind, but I'll probably just buy the major one and have done with it and change that over. I was going to show you this fitting over the things. So let's do it this way. The plate does fit over the stabilizers nicely. So there we go. This is really frustrating. The camera's still turned on. There is no issues with the camera. In fact, let me turn the camera off and back on. See if that does help. See if it just resets it. It's been like this all day, Adam. I don't know what the issue is. I'm half tempted to take the side panel off the PC. Okay, I'm just going to take the side panel off the PC, see if it's an overheating issue. Okay, now to get down on all fours and try and take off this side panel. I'll be just 1 second, guys. You'll probably just be able to catch my head going under the table here. Right, side panel off. Fan blowing heavily at the PC. Let's see if that fixes it. Right, the other camera's back, so... What a frustrating day. Right, okay, let's zoom in a touch. There we go, right, okay. So, plate fits nicely on top of the stabilizers. Or it did when we aligned it. There we go. Nice and simple. Time to get some switches in there. Yeah, I mean, it could be the capture card's slightly loose on the motherboard. I'll have a look at that after the stream. I can't really get to where it is. But it is so frustrating as this at the minute. Like, it's been like this all day. I'm really not happy about it. But, such is life. We will get through it. We'll be okay in the end. I'm not a happy chappy today. We'll just buy another capture card. Just buy another capture card. That'll fix it, right? Do you know, I've probably spent more money on streaming gear over the years than I actually have made from streaming. I reckon I've probably made about... Well, I mean, like, it's no secret that we don't make much from streaming. I think on average I make about 50 quid a month from streaming, so it's not huge numbers of money, but I reckon I must spend about £200 a month on just streaming gear on average. So it's a net loss. It's a net loss. The mystery switch sale went really well. Yeah, 250,000 switches sold, so pretty good. Refuted, thank you very much for being here, man. I appreciate you. So we're just popping switches into the board. I feel like your face camera is doing better than the desk camera since you put the fan on. Maybe, maybe. I hope you guys can't hear the fan too much in the background. I hope it's not too loud and too distracting. Let me put these two in. So these are the screws that hold on the glass panel at the side of the case. If it is an overheating issue, well, this should definitely now fix it. So we'll see. 1080p 60 input is what we're using today on Cool Dude. Yeah. I did enjoy that Neon Ninja. Yeah, I did enjoy that. It was good fun. I think I re-shared it or something. It was very good fun. I really enjoyed that. Can definitely hear the fan. Might be time for AC in the office. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. If this does work now, I'll just buy an AC for in here, because that'll be cheaper than buying a capture card. I think we can have AC fitted for like, I don't know, 300 quid, 400 quid. And these high-end capture cards seem to be a lot more. The Elgato one has been fine for so long, and so many people recommended it, that I'm kind of dubious about walking away from it. But we'll see. Blackmagic Intensity Pro 4K may work for you. Okay, let's have a look at this link. Let's have a look at this link. Let's see how much this is. Find reseller. United Kingdom. That didn't really work, but let's see if we can just Google it and find a reseller here in the UK. £860. Oh no, okay, no, it's not £860. It's £186. £186. That's reasonable. Yeah, that's reasonable. Intensity Pro K, fortunately, PCI Express, computers featuring HDMI and analog breakout connections. Okay, we'll give one of those a try. We'll give one of those a try on Cool Dude. Thank you. It's quite cheap. I can't do anything at the minute, Tao, on Discord, but Demotex, if you're around, if you can fix Discord. I'm not actually logged into Discord at the minute on this PC because I had to close down my computer and restart it, and it needs me to log back in, which means I need my phone and scan QR codes and stuff, so I'm not actually able to look at it right now. But if Demotex is around, he will definitely take a look for me, I'm sure. Or if any of the other mods are. Okay, we seem to be okay with the cameras now. Like, I feel like saying that is probably going to jinx me, and it's just going to crap out again. So we'll see. Thank you for letting me know, Tao. I do appreciate it. I'm sure one of the mods or the admins will step in. I know Mel's not working at the minute, but I'm sure she'll have a look if she's around, or someone else will do as well. If not, I will fix it after my stream. I just had a load of these lubed, that's all. So I have switches lubed in batches of a few thousand, and we had 500 of these lubed at the same time by Matt Pokemon Kid, who does all my lubing for me. So it just happens that that's what we had ready for this build stream, that's all. I think all switches have merit. I don't think there's any truly terrible switches out there. Apart from some a couple of years ago that felt like they had sand in. This was during Top Clack time, and Brian and I got sent some samples and they were really bad, but I can't think what those were. But POM piano switches, they're really good. Like, they're just really nice switches. They're good linears, great solid linears.
Incredible.
Incredible. Thank you Lily Niolaran, we'll go for. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. What a dumbass, just spamming ban speedrun. Yeah, I hope Demotex has sorted it. I'm sure he will do. He's very good at that kind of thing. Okay, so the camera seems to be steady now. It must be a cooling issue. It must be a cooling issue. Perhaps it is just overheating. Like the PC is kind of under the desk and tucked up against there isn't much airflow underneath the desk, I'll be honest. Perhaps we need to address that. Because we could move the PCB to the side of the desk where it have more airflow in the middle of the room. That's definitely something we could do. Or we could even bring it onto the top behind, there's like a monitor where the camera is. Or just to the side, just to this side, there's a monitor. We could put the PC tower on the desk there behind that monitor. Like that is viable because there's a PS5 there at the minute that never gets turned on, so we could move the PS5 and pop that in. That wouldn't be an issue. Your name isn't the easiest to say. No, I'm just going to call you Lily. Yeah, should have separated properly. Lily Niall Rern, right? Maybe. Let's just call you Lily. It's easier. 1TX stab I have refuses to stop ticking. Got 3 very well tuned stabs. I'm not sure what to do with them. So the issue I found with TX stabs is the wires aren't the best. The best solution I found to that is to put the Owl Lab wires in them, because the Owl Lab wires are pretty good. So Owl Lab wires with TX stab housings tends to be a pretty solid combination. Of course, it does mean you're buying 2 packs of stabilizers to get the same job done, but that's what seems to be the issue. Elgato no like heat. Yeah, now I've taken the side panel off the PC, which is just tempered glass, and I have a fan that's 2 feet across, blowing directly at it. It seems okay. It seems okay. I think you'll enter the raffle for the Alchemist AKB OGR board. I don't know. Like, it looks lovely, and I worked with James a lot. Helped him with prototyping and stuff like that, but we haven't really spoken about the project for a long while, so I don't know if I'd get one or not. Yeah, I mean, it's a lovely board, but I am also trying to cut down on the amount of keyboards I own, so I don't know. We'll see. It'd be a shame not to own one, I guess, but I don't know. Ordering Owl Lab stabs from some sketchy site called Prototypers. Yeah, go for it. That's the best solution I've found anyway. Your mileage may vary, but their wires are the best on the market at the minute. Right, okay, almost got there with the switches. Last switch to go in. Boom. Which means now we are ready to solder. So here we go. Pompiano switches on a carbon fiber plate with a Linworks PCB, TX stabilizers. Looks pretty good. I'm just going to check for bent pins and then we'll crack on with some soldering. We're just literally going through each switch now, just making sure I can see 2 pins popping through for each switch we've got in the board. If we have any bent pins, we'll switch those out. Hey, I hope you like the pun. It's all looking good so far. No bent pins so far. Doesn't mean to say we won't have any. Oh, we have one on the ISO enter key. We have a couple of switches here which aren't fully pressed in. There we go. Okay, one on the ISO enter key and one just here. Let's just take that one out now. ISO enter key is easy to remember. Oh, and there we go. We have camera issues again. Typical, typical, typical. Today is not my day for streaming. I'm really frustrated with it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. We'll have a better system set up for next week. I'll get a new capture card. It's going to be the quickest and easiest solution. Okay. Still checking for bent pins. Just going one switch at a time. Okay, we have one more bent pin that I found. Thank you very much, J Shift. Thank you so much. Do you need a pint, Bits? I do today. Thank you so much for the bits, man. 1,000 bits. Thank you so much, J Shift. You are too kind, good sir. And it's too long since we had a chat, so I hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for the bits. I do need a drink today. Fluffy Keeps, thank you so much for the 5 tier 1 subs as well. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. It's okay, Jay. You're doing your best. Just toss some dry ice in there. I wish I had some dry ice. I wish I had some dry ice. Okay. Right. We are now good to start commencing soldering. Everything looks and feels good. This is where I now come find the soldering table. Because I've just put a lot of boxes right where it runs. Stressful times, guys. Stressful times. Hey, my new mouse matches my soldering iron as well. That's pretty cool, right? Elgato's guiding you to opening an iron brew, it seems. Yeah, something like that, right? Okay. Okay, normally at this time I'd say you guys could ask me any question you like, but I feel like it's going to be bad if we do it today. Bi-acceleration thank you so much for the follow, man. I really appreciate that. Now you need a JO2 that matches your car. Yeah, maybe. Someone did say to me the other day that they'd been told that my Datsun doesn't exist, and generally my response to that was, which Datsun? And they were like, see, that's why it's not true, because I own a couple of them. So it was kind of like a weird conversation, but yeah. It is nice to have things to match it. Mice, keyboards, you name it. Whatever we can match to it, we will. Soldering irons. Oh, thank you so much again, Fluffy Keeps. I really appreciate that. I'm not your man, bro. Okay. Well, thank you very much for being here. Datsun is a myth. Apparently so. You're not my friend, bro. You're not my pal. I don't know what the rest of that conversation goes like. Okay. And cameras again. Come on, cameras, please. Today is not a good day, is it? Like, we're just having no luck whatsoever today. Hopefully we'll get, like, to at least finish this keyboard build, because it's so frustrating when this happens. Like, there's nothing else I can do. There's literally nothing I can do to fix this. And I don't want to give up the stream. Silly, that's the one. That's the one. That's the conversation. Flipper Keeps, yeah. I'm not your man, buddy. I'm not your buddy guy. Yeah, so on and so forth. That's the one. Right, come on, cameras. Please. Please work. Please behave. When I get my home, my wife will be like, how did your stream go? I'll be like, yeah, none of the cameras worked. We have thousands of pounds worth of cameras. No, the camera's working fine, Trojam. It's not actually the cameras are working fine. It's the capture card in the PC. So we have an internal capture card, an Elgato, one that allows 4 HDMI inputs. 2 of those are in use right now. And for some reason today, it's just decided that it doesn't want to work on a regular basis. Like, it keeps popping into and out of existence. So, and it's not a camera issue. It's definitely the capture card issue. So, I don't really know what else we can do to try and fix it. Hopefully it'll pop back on in a second. The camera pointing at the glorious beard dare not go out. Something like that. Yeah, let's flip over to the other camera so you can actually see something. So all I'm doing now is literally just soldering the keyboard anyway, guys. It is the most boring part of the stream. Although that switch does not feel like it's in properly. We're just going to solder these switches in place, and then we can start to build up the rest of the board from there. Hopefully the camera will pop back into existence at some point soon. We shall see. But yeah, it is very frustrating that it's being the way it is. But what can we do? I'll just buy a new capture card straight after the stream, and then we'll get that fitted as soon as it arrives. and we'll just pray for the best. We do actually have the exact same capture card in the other PC actually, so we could, in theory, just go change the capture card to the one in the other PC. So that might fix things. I mean, like now it's really bothering me that the colour's all off from this one. Let's see if we can fix that. See if we can actually fix it, make it look a little bit more... Oh, no, wait, way too much. There we go. It's a little bit better. It's probably a little bit too much, but it's probably closer to real life. It's probably worth switching over just to check. Yeah, we do have the exact same capture card, because we use it for when we're doing workshop streams, so we can go and grab that one actually and change it over. It's not too big a job to change it over. It's probably like a half an hour job to do it. So we'll probably do that at some point during the week. And I will buy another capture card as well. This particular one I've been recommended, the Blackmagic Intensity Pro 4K. We'll probably go for that one and see if that alleviates the issue any further. Okay, we're on to the third row, so we're about halfway, not quite halfway through the soldering. About a third of the way through the soldering here. But yeah, we'll definitely check the other capture card, see if that fixes the issue. I'm not confident it will, but we've actually had issues with the graphics card on this PC before as well. It was a pre-built from CCL, so it should be fine. Everything should work together, but we have had some issues with it in the past, so it could be a PC issue as well. And hopefully this other camera will pop back on at some point in the next minute or two. If it doesn't, I'll try and take a look at the software for the Elgato again and see if we can fix it that way. In fact, I'm going to have a look at it now, because let me just pop up Device Manager and see if it's going to be in there. Let's see if I can find it. What does it show us in display adapters? No. Audio inputs and outputs? No. Bluetooth, it's not that. Computer, won't be under that. Disk drives, no. Display adapters, no. Firmware, no. It's not HID devices. It's not imaging devices, not keyboards, not mouse. Monitors? No. Network adapters? No. Other devices? It finds my Amazon Alexa somehow. Oh, and now the face camera's gone. There we go. Great. And it's back. COM ports? No. Processors? No. Software devices? Sound, storage, video game devices. Camlink Pro, is that it? No, that can't be it. Is that it? Camlink Pro? Is that it? I don't think it is. Yeah, we tried doing a restart of the PC and that didn't seem to fix it.
Incredible.
Is that what it's called? Camlink Pro? Is that it? Let's have a look. Yeah, okay, so it's Camlink Pro. Okay, cameras are going to go off now, but let me see if I can update the driver for it. Okay, already has the best drivers. Let me disable and re-enable it. See if that fixes it. Oh, I have to restart my computer for it. Typical. Oh, the other camera's back. The other camera's back anyway. Okay. Let's carry on streaming and we'll just try and fix it after the stream. I'll just do another restart. But that's the same thing as restarting the PC anyway, so it always frustrates me when you have to do that with device manager settings. Restart the PC to take effect. It's like, well, I was just disabling a device, so and then re-enabling it. So doing that is kind of exactly what I was doing anyway. Okay, I'm just going to do the arrow keys now really quickly. Go. In before next PT hire is an IT specialist. Yeah, we should probably have a look at that. We should probably have a look at that. Mel is technically more IT adept than I am, I would suspect. So she tends to deal with that kind of thing a little bit more. Like, I'm no slouch, I can do what I need to usually, but yeah, she often looks at stuff for me, mainly from a time perspective, but she's very good at it, so. I would apply if I were in the UK. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I like. It is frustrating, but if it's just a capture card, we can fix that here. And like, I'm no stranger to changing cards over and stuff. We'll get it working. We will get it working. Like this PC, we've gamed on stream with this PC before, so it shouldn't be an overheating issue, unless it's just that particular component that's overheating. I do think it's more likely that it's just on its way out. We'll see. Right, 2 more rows to go here, guys. I'm just doing the shift row now. Let's split left shift. We'll just do the bottom row at the same time. Okay, finish off the shift row and spacebar row, bottom row, and then we'll be good to put the board together. PT is sold out of Owl Lab stabs. If it's sold out again, then that was the last of them, because we did put a load more in stock a couple of weeks ago. But if it's sold out again, then yeah, we definitely have none left now. I'll have Mel check down the back of the sofa tomorrow, and if we have any, we'll put them in stock tomorrow for keeps. But like, if we don't, I can't guarantee it. I'm pretty sure that there is no more here if those have sold out. Okay, just a couple more switches to go, and then we're done. Okay, there we go. That is all of the switches in the board now soldered. Excellent. I should get my Vega Wednesday if the finished customers fuck it up just in time to build for the finished mechanical keyboard community disco. Nice. When's that, Stursness? Tell me more about this. The Finnish community meetup. That sounds awesome. Okay, all soldered. It's time to put this in the case. Now we know the PCB works. We know it needs flashing. We might not get a chance to do that on stream, but we will try and tackle it at some point. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit with the overhead camera. I'm just going to try and fix the colour as well, because this is going to look very purple again, and it's not, it's very navy, so let's see if we can fix that. because the colours are way off today with everything that's going on. There we go. That's about right. F18X Phantom Edition. 11th of June, sorry, in Helsinki. Nice. We're actually having on the 12th of June. If anyone's local and kind of fancies this, we're actually having a mini car meetup here at the Prototypist headquarters. So I'll have 6 or 7 of my cars here, and there's going to be a few other people coming along as well and bringing their cars. If anyone's interested in it, on the 12th of June, more than welcome to pop along. More than welcome to. Just let me know first. Don't just turn up unannounced. Right. Okay. So next job is to take the case apart, and then we can bob the plate and PCB assembly into the board. So we're just gonna do that by turning it over. Could you stick a picture of the case in Discord? Which case? Sorry, Blackbrook. I'm not sure I follow what you're asking for there. Not quite sure I follow what you mean there, dude. Okay, screwdriver time. I think we need this one. I think. Yes. What is that pink triangle? Well, this board is technically a B stock, so the pink triangle is for, it's like a B stock marker. It's marking a scratch on the case. I'll show you afterwards. There isn't actually a mark there on the side anymore. We've managed to buff it out, but I'll show you what it's for in a second. I didn't know this when I bought it. I was not told and I never actually looked at it. So we actually sold this board to a friend of mine, Omar, who's in chat, and then he realised, because we'd never actually looked at it after we'd received it, and he let me know about the marks on it, and then when we checked back where we got it from, it became obvious. Oh yeah, we can take a picture of the board later on, yeah. Right, here's one screw that hasn't come out. Let's see if that's come out. There we go. Yes, there is a tiny mark here on the board. Perfect. I can't even see it anymore. There. You see that? Just a tiny mark here. Just there. This is the board that he bought off me, Adam, yes, at the meetup. And then mentioned the mark to me and sent it back to me, so it's not his board anymore. It was the board that he briefly owned. Coffee check. No coffee today. No coffee to check today, I'm afraid, refuted. Okay, so the plate and PCB assembly, it does sit in here like so. But what we actually need to make sure we do is put the gasket strips in, which are here. So we're going to pop these into the board as well. And these sit above. We have to cut this to size, and this sits above and below the plate and PCB assembly. So we have to put this in 2 places. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to measure it out, and then we're going to cut it with flush cutters to make sure it fits. Now the first part we need to do is we need to do along the top of the plate. And we're going to make sure that fits. So we're going to cut it here. And then we'll see if we can feed that underneath the plate into the groove. Just like so. It will help if we align it properly. We're just basically pushing this into the groove between the case and the plate. It's very difficult to show you this because of the way that the plate and PCB aligns. But basically where the plate sits on top, there's like a gap, and in the gap, that's where the rubber sits. So we put that all across that bit there. We've then got a small bit to cut for here. Just going to cut that nice and square just there. And we're just going to pop that into place as well. Cameras are really frustrating me right now. Really frustrating me. And then we need a really long piece that's going to run all the way across the front of the board. We're just going to try and line this up. And that needs to be cut just there. There we go. So we're going to tuck this one into place as well. And we're just literally just popping it in in between that sandwich position. Just making sure it's all nice and neatly aligned. Okay, so now if I pin that down, what you should be able to see is you should be able to see exactly where it's sandwiched in between the plate and PCB assembly. And it's like that on the front as well. Okay, now the next job is to cut a piece that's going to stay on the top, and then it's going to be compressed by the top case into position. Now how we're going to do this one is we're actually going to cut it and place it inside the top case. So I'm just going to move this to one side, and then we're going to bring this over. And again, we're just going to line it up into position, just work out where we need to cut it, and then just trim it to size. And then pop it into the grooves that are pre-installed inside of the case. It's going to be really hard to show you these on camera, but there is grooves right on the inside of the case where this just all, it basically fits in flush does the gasket material. I hope you guys can see that in there. So it'll be clearest. There's like a little groove that it sits in, and you see there's a groove just at this front edge as well. All in here. We're going to do the same all down that front edge too. I still use Mel some coffee beans, Jay. Working out a date when I can come visit. Yeah, of course, mate. As long as you arrange it with us in beforehand, because we're not always here every day. So just make sure you do messages beforehand and arrange it. But yeah, we always welcome visitors. We get more and more visitors these days than we ever have done before. Actually, we get quite a few people pop by now, a couple times a week. So never seen this mounting style. It's basically just isolation gasket mount, but you're installing it into the case. So you go. You can see there's now a black strip in there that's slightly shinier. And then what we can do is we can bob the case on the top of the board, resting it gently. That actually doesn't want to go. Let's just check the rubber is in position all along the edges. It's feeling good. There we go, it's gone on much better this time. And now we've done that, what we can do is we can flip the board over. If we can get our fingers underneath it, we would. There we go. And then as we flip it over, we can then pop the screws in position and tighten everything together. Now we'll compress the gaskets, hold the plate in place. Yeah, if you guys want to visit, you're more than welcome to. Just drop Mel or I a DM and let us know when you're thinking of coming. We'll let you know whether we're open and whether we're able to accommodate visitors. We do get really busy at times, so if we're really busy, we might say no. But we'd love to have people come visit. We'd love to share what we do here. So, you know, people are always welcome to come and pop around and have a look at whatever keyboards we've got out and pick up some stuff if you want to pick up your orders. We do offer local collection now, so if you order and you want to come and collect, you are more than welcome to, even if it's a little bit of a drive for you. We had one guy drive over 150 miles just to come and pick some stuff up once. So there we go. So there we go. That's the Navy F18X finally put together. Let's pop the feet back in. Busy. Sounds like free labour to me. Hey, if someone wants to come around and help out, they're more than welcome to. We're paying coffee. That looks so good. Thank you, Flower Cutie. This is actually the second F1 I own. I don't know what happened to the other one. I do have a black one as well. Let's get rid of all this rubbish to the side. All the stuff we don't need. There we go. Okay, so there we go. That is the board built. Which means that now, guys, it's time for you to pick some keycaps that we're going to use on the board today. Mr. Body Massage, hey man, thank you very much for being here. Thank you, Fred Walker, for the follow as well. I appreciate that. It looks really good, doesn't it, right? I do love F18Xs. They look so good. So good. Right. Time for you guys to pick some keycap sets. So I'm going to set up a poll. I need to log back into Twitch to do that. Resetting your PC is always good fun in the middle of a stream because it means that you have to do all sorts of stuff. Relog in. Analog Dreams is on another board, Adam, and you know it is. You know it's on another board. Right, poll. New poll. Which keycaps? Okay, so the first option you have in the poll today is GMK Perestroika. Red and blue. Classic combination. Second option you have today, GMK Space Cadet. Third option, GMK Taro. Fourth option, I just have to move some child kits out of the way here, GMK Metropolis. And then finally, the fifth option, GMK Future Funk. Right. Poll is up. You should be able to use the chat, the poll function in chat now, guys. Which keycap set do you think we should use today? You pick. You pick. Navy board, quite a few keycap selections on there. Man, I look really washed out because I don't look that pale in real life. Let me fix the video settings again. Man, I hate this stream today. It's just so crap. Whoa, way too much, way too much. That's a little bit better. Makes me look like I'm a little bit more tan than I really am, but it'll do. Future Funk clear winner. Pretty, says Big Yoshi. Thanks, man. Did Handabite ever get picked? Handabite's been picked once or twice. Yeah, we put Handabite in a couple of ones. Keen to hear the build. I love carbon fiber plates, so I'm hoping this is going to sound good. Using Space Cadet now, I love it. Yeah, it's a good set. Metropolis might working. It's an F18X, not 8K. 8X. Where does it say 8K? Oh, it says 8K. It says 8K. I've just typoed it wrong. It's an 8X, not an 8K. Why has it done that? Let's see if we can fix that really quickly. It's just the command. It's just a little typo. That's all it is. It's not been a good stream today. We've had cameras failing left, right, and center. So, custom commands. There we go. That's that one fixed. There we go. That's fixed now. If you do the build command again, it'll work correctly. All great choices. Future Funk with white alphas. I didn't. Oh, I did get the white alphas out. So I did get the. Well, I got these 3 child kits out. You can see. GMK Metropolis, Midnight Mods and Novelties, the white alphas for Future Funk, and Icon Mods for Future Funk as well. We're very curious on the sound. POMs and CF has come to mind as something I should try more than once. Yeah. Do you have any CF plates you want to sell? I want one for my F1. I don't have any more CF plates. I only produced 2, one for me, one for Socialite. If you want, you can order one in our next carbon fiber plate group buy. Simple as that. Future Funk clear winner. It is winning right now. There's a couple of minutes left, but yeah, it's winning right now. Just wait until panels arrives. 100% win rate guaranteed. Oh, GMK panels is so cool. Like if you like Harlequin VWs, it's such a great set. I have the F2, but there's just something about the F1. Yeah, I have 6 F1s, I think. Red, blue, white, polycarb, black. 5 F1s, I think. Navy, 6. There we go. Yeah. It's pretty good price for solid coverage. Yeah, it was a pretty good set as well. Like panels is really cool. Yeah. I need a TKL in my life. Check back soon for a completely screwless decal. GMK Awaken's not a set I have. Yeah, it's not a set I have. It was a good price, but it's the principle of the thing. That's fine. You stick to your principles, man. Something about cutting off your nose to spite your face, maybe. I don't know. Okay, so Metropolis is catching up to Future Funk. So only 1 vote behind now, guys. If you really, really want Future Funk to win, or Metropolis to win, you need to do something about it now. Get your votes in, guys. What's the price? The price for what, sorry? I'm not sure what you're referring to a price for, Doggercell. Purple, 7. It's not purple, it's blue. It's navy. It's just the cameras keep changing and cancelling out on me today, so the colours are all off. When is the next CF group buy? I think a CF plate for the Bias V2. So I think it'll be end of this month, early next month we'll start it. So yeah, we're going to try and run them a little bit more often than we have done in the past. So yeah, it won't be too far away. I think end of this month, early next month is when we'll start it. F18X Phantom Edition. Yeah, I don't own the Phantom Edition keycult anymore. Like, it's still here, but only until Monday when it's going to ship off to its new owner. Yeah, so they bought the whole board off me. The board, the spare PCB and plate, and the keycaps. So the Phantom Edition keycult number 2 has gone, which means I now only own one keycult board. So yeah, I'm trying to rub all the bits of solder off my hands at the minute, so I apologise if you can see me rubbing my legs under the desk. Let me buy the red one. No. I think we might sell one of them. I think we might sell the polycarb base with the polished top. So the top's raw aluminium and it's been brushed, so it's got like a brushed effect to it. So I think we might sell that one because it's never been built. So it has a aluminium plate and a PCB with it, but we've never built it. So I think if we Future Funk and Metropolis have joined forces and tied. Right. Okay. So now we need to do a rematch of the poll. And you guys have to pick between them. Metropolis and Future Funk, right? Right, okay, so I'm going to re-poll it. Go now. Right, the poll is up. Pick between Metropolis and Future Funk. Do I still have the Duck Orion? Yeah, I still have the Duck Orion. The red Duck Orion is still in my collection, yes. Use both. No. Half and half. Nope. Someone dropping mad points on the vote. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't look at it. I don't like to look at stuff like that. Okay, Future Funk is winning this time. Okay. Can you show the sets? You're not familiar with these Keycap sets? Yeah, sure. So this is Future Funk. It's kind of like blues and yellows and pinks and stuff like that. And Metropolis is a little bit of a darker navy with some more bolder colours. They're very similar sets, to be honest. I'd say Future Funk's more pastel, but they're very, very similar sets. That feeling when Metropolis is winning this time by 1 vote. R2 not having UK ISO made me cry. Yeah, it was unfortunate. This is round 1, so it does have UK ISO. I don't know if Future Funk has UK ISO. I can't recall if it does. Adam's changed his vote because of that. Future Funk has no ISO UK support. Yeah, there you go. Hoping Unywolf will send me his UK ISO keys. That'd be nice if he does. Unywolf is really nice. Unywolf actually sent me flowers a couple of months ago, so I just happened to make a passing comment about in Top Clack Discord server that no one had ever bought me flowers, and I was kind of upset that men don't get flowers bought for them, and he actually physically sent me flowers. Like, he had flowers delivered to me. I don't know how he got my home address, but he did, and he had flowers delivered to me. It was the sweetest thing I've ever seen anyone do. One King Alera, what do you want to see? Show me ISO enter. Here you go. ISO enter. You can have your ISO with your ISO with your ISO. Right, okay, Metropolis has won. Jelly Master with the 4,500 channel points. But there's your ISO on your ISO on your ISO. Like, we've worked together on some stuff, Mr. Body Massage, so it doesn't surprise me that he had my home address from things. Like, it could have been on an invoice or something like that. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I don't mind. Right, let's flip over to the camera view. Let's zoom in and let's show you guys as we put some keycaps on this board. We're just going to go with the standard basic configuration today of Metropolis. God, what on earth are those emotes? Oh, the Black Simon ones. I see. Okay, so I'm a little bit disappointed the blues don't match. Like, the blues just do not match. That's the wrong shift. We don't do that. We don't do that. That is the right shift. There we go. control. Pretty sure we have UK ISO in here. I'm just going to put any keys that I'm not sure about to one side. Put super key there. Should have another super key. Down, arrow. Right, okay. Love the mouse you did for Jay. Oh, Leonardo the mouse. Hey man, good to see you. Yeah, I unboxed the mouse earlier on. Yeah. I haven't actually used it in anger yet to do anything, but we will get it in use at some point soon. Thank you so much for doing it, man. It's beautiful. It really is beautiful. Let's go for the accent ISO enter, because why not? Whoops. Got the keys on the board. Oh, we've got the other arrows. Let's see if we want to use which set of arrow keys we want to use. I haven't decided yet. I think we'll probably go for the teal ones rather than the red ones. Oh, it's like 3 sets of arrow keys here. Let's keep them all to one side. We'll just keep them to the side here. Delete that tab. There's the Alt key for this side. Let's have a yellow escape, because why not, right? I bet SA Phantom would look good. It probably would. What about PBT Notion? I think the blue legends matching the blue body looks amazing. Yeah, I have a set of that somewhere, yeah. I know it's not a premium set, but I love the colorway. Notion's really nice. Like, I wouldn't say it wasn't a premium set. I think it's really nice. It's always a big seller when we have it in stock, so... Don't let other people tell you what is premium and not. Like, it's up to you. I hope we have another one new super for this side, but it doesn't look like we do. Moves rides, hey man, good to see you. I think teal looks better. Red is too much attention seeking. Yo dog, I heard you like accents. We got accents for your accents. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. What is the keycap set if it doesn't have a ton of different accents, right? It's not UK ISO. There is the UK ISO key, I'm sure of it. It's a long time since this set's actually been on a board. I can't remember when it was last on, but it's a long time since I've seen it on a board. Could you tell us which Canon cap sets are going in stock next week? It's not next week, it's just soon. I don't know what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not allowed to say, so I'm not going to say anything until I've checked that. because I think there's some that haven't been teased yet, which is probably more than I should be saying. So I don't know. Is the honest answer. I don't know what I can tell you. So I'm not going to say anything yet. But more news very, very soon. More news very, very soon. We've got quite a few Canon key sets in stock as well. In fact, we've got quite a few keycap sets in stock. If you're looking for keycaps right now, we have a lot in stock. So definitely take a look. Okay. I don't think we have another red key for here, so I'm just going to put that in for now. We can always change it if we need to. Hold on. Pause goes here. We've got scroll lock. And then we've got home. We don't need that end, we don't need that key. Right, let's change these over for blue arrows. Oh, this is technically a switch puller, but it'll be fine. I think I prefer the blue arrows to anything else. Right, I'm going to need an actual switch puller for that one. Sorry, a keycap puller, not a switch puller. Go. Not using the teal arrows, so I'll move them. Getting there now though. It's starting to look like a keyboard. Should have probably cleaned this keycap set before we put it on a board though. Right, okay. Don't need an unlock, don't need that. Don't need that, don't need that. Up arrow we do need. Don't need 5, 12 we need. It's got to be the rest of the keys we need. Come on. Why is it always the last key that you're looking for that you find? Right, so just this cluster up here to do, so we just need the print key, which is there. Then we need insert, which is there. And we need the page up, which is there. Then page down. And then we need delete. There we go. This cap set was the right choice. It actually looks really good. I was a little bit dubious because the blues didn't quite match, but now I've had it in my eye line for like a minute or two. I think this looks really good. It just works, right? The keycap set's a little bit used, a little bit shiny in places. It looks good. Nice looking set, isn't it? It's a lovely looking set. Because it'd be silly to keep looking after you find it. That's true. Everything is always the last place you look, because once you've found it, you start looking, right? It's very true. Yeah, very true. What happened to Top Pack? Nothing really. So Top Pack was myself and Brian moved about a year ago now. And when he moved, the place that he moved to just meant that we couldn't stream from there because he doesn't have the internet connection he needs to be able to do a good quality stream. So we kind of put Top Pack into hiatus, and we've just never got back out of that phase. It's just the phase of where we are right now. We do plan to bring Top Pack back, but I don't know when that will be. I just nearly knocked over like 5 keycap sets. I'm just going to try and grab some scales and show you guys how heavy this is. Because this is a chunky board. So, let's put back over to the build string. Just going to move the board out of the way. Scales in view, so you can see it's set to 0. And, oh, it's in milliliters. Right, so this is in grams first. So in grams, it is 3.57 kilograms. Yeah, 3.57 kilograms, which in American units is 7 pounds 14 ounces. 7 pounds 14 ounces. It's a huge chunk of a board. huge chunk of the board. So there we go. Wrong key. No. This one. I didn't spot the correct key for there, though. That's the issue. JQ. I didn't spot the correct key. So I don't know if that was actually like missed from. Let's have a look. So you are right that it should be the kind of like square back tick up there. Let's see if we actually do have that key and I just missed it, because I don't think that key is in the set. It could be that I've just put it in the wrong tub, but I don't think it's actually in here. We can easily get rid of all of the non-1U keys. Any key that's bigger than 1U we can get rid of. Any key that's not blue we can get rid of. I don't... Oh, we do have it. Look, we just missed it. It's there. Good spot, dude. Good spot. I just hadn't seen it. I must have dropped it into the tub without realising. Good spot. Well done. There we go. Good spot. Good spot. Let's flip that out. Replace it. Job done. There we go. That better? Happy now, guys? Satisfied? Does that work for you? Does that work for you? Freedom units. Yeah, freedom units for our American friends. I'm thinking of investing in a sandblasting cabinet and read that it can be good for taking the shine off ABS keycaps. Yeah, we've done it before, Metatron. We actually did a stream on it back when we first started prototyper streams in the workshop. We have a sandblasting cabinet and we put some keycaps in there. It does take the shine off and it takes them back to, like, it gives them a texture. Oh, why the camera's gone again? Come on, cameras, come back, please. But it doesn't last long, so like the texture that you impart on them lasts like a week at best, and then they just go shiny again. So I don't think it's actually worthwhile doing. You just need to embrace the shine. So yeah, there we go. We actually 3D printed some little holders that you can clip all the keycaps onto and put into a sandblasting cabinet, and it like held the whole kit. So yeah, like if you want the files for that, I can share it, and you're welcome to try it. But yeah, it's fine. Right, okay, I guess it's time to find out how this sounds. I think the music's been pretty quiet, so I'll mute that anyway. And see what it sounds like. I'll turn the fan off for a minute. We'll probably find that the PC's going to die or something. But let's see how she sounds. That sounds really good. I'm pretty happy with that. Spacebar needs a touch of work. It's just there's a little bit on the clacky side for me, but it sounds really good. Carbon fiber just seems to work in every board we try it in. These are POM piano switches from Aldehyde, so there you go. F1 Spacebar always sounds so good. Oh, do you think? I think that needs a little bit of... There is very little reverb. There is very little reverb. What you hear on the mic here is pretty clear. Like, we changed the mic so that it gives you a really accurate recording of the sound of the keyboard. We reduced all the gain and everything else to make sure that the mic is really clear. A lot of streamers tend to make the keyboard sound bassier and they remove a lot of the higher notes. We keep it completely clear, so what you hear is literally how it sounds, or as close as we can get it. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, carbon fiber plate in the F18X works really, really well. I'm pretty happy with that. This is going to live on the desk. This is actually going to replace the the Matrix on the desk for at least a week or two now, because I'm a huge fan of Matrix boards, but I'm also a big fan of the Geon boards, the F18X. The last thing I need to do is program this, so we'll figure that out tomorrow morning when I start work. I'm going to go home in a few minutes because it's like 10 o'clock now, and the stream's really frustrating me. Also, when streamers move the mic an inch away from the keyboard. Yeah, we have ours about 6 inches away. We don't have it too close. Camera being sneakily dying when Jane isn't looking. The cameras are annoying me today, man. Like, so frustrating. I think the first thing I'm going to do now, after the stream, is order that new capture card and get that fixed, because that needs to be fixed. I can't do it. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the board. It's come out really, really well. Look at the camera's gone again. Super happy with it. Let's put this fan back on, see if that fixes it. Camera for a minute. I think it must be an overheating issue. Like, it just must be. It has to be an overheating issue. Frustrating. Anyway, that's a job to fix tomorrow. I'm going to order the card tonight. We'll switch it out during the week, and hopefully next week will be better streaming. It is what it is. You can't see me, but yeah, it is what it is. Right, okay, so that's the build stream done. I would stay on for longer, but it's frustrating the hell out of me. Go buy something off the web store, because, like, yeah, we've got tons of stuff in stock to sell. Tomorrow morning, BN001 macro pads. 9 key macro pads in stock from 9 AM. Don't miss them, because there's not many, and they'll probably sell out within a week, I would have thought, so definitely go get them. Piano switches were used in today's build in stock. Carbon fiber plate group by end of the month. I don't know if there's a need to tell you anymore, but there we go. Right, I'm going to head out, guys. Thank you so much for being here, Imberchill, everyone else, and Eos. Palace Only, thank you so much for the follow right at the end there. I'll be back next week. We'll try and do a workshop stream this week as well, because we have some stuff to make, but I'll see you again soon. Thanks again for being here, guys. I really appreciate you being with me throughout all of the camera issues, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.